All right. All right. Pack one, pick one. Great Henge. That's what I want. Best card in the cube. About that best one in the cube. Good morning, Dehydrogenasa. Hello, Primer Dimer. These cards are unexciting to me. All of them. Sigurd's okay, but I don't want to build around it. It's kind of like something I put in a deck because I want to slow aggro down. Rashmi's good. Vandal's okay. Idol's okay. I like the 2-mana accelerants. Is this card good enough to build around? Not really. I mean, it's okay too. We could try a mono black. Potentially. The problem is, Guardian Idol is good, but I don't think it's first pick good. Let's try Liliana.
Every death is an opportunity to increase my influence.
Hey, YO, hey, Fudginator. Yeah, a little relaxing. Goal, anyways, is a little relaxing stream this morning. My lovely wife is too busy on her workday to hang out. So I'm all alone. It's freezing cold out. Don't feel like doing anything. Let's just draft some Magic. It seems like I might as well stream it if I'm doing it anyways. So there's a back for more. This card never sees play in this cube. For Reclamation Sage, there's a skeleton. Doomscar is interesting. Unbreakable Formation is the best card in this pack. Probably, I think I want a Reassembling Skeleton. I could try forcing black here. And if I hate it, I could just rage quit the cube and start again. 37 tomorrow. That's right. All right, the best card in this pack continues to be white. I think Mangara is the best card in this pack. Followed by maybe Sarkon. We're really, really far away from that. Kind of want to take this Poison Cup. We're committing really hard to a color combination that really isn't that great. And by color combination, I mean the one skull symbol with the other skull symbol. The combination of colors of black and black. I like how we picked 3 picks so far and we don't have the 3 best cards in our deck. That's an interesting decision-making process for me. I'm pleased with this. Gear Hulk's fine. It's not exciting. It's very slow. It's a powerful boy when it gets going. If we have some recursion, it's quite nice. Demonic Pact is kind of memey, but can be really fun. There's a Lava Coil, which I think is the best card in the pack. But I don't take the best card in the pack, so we're not on Lava Coil. We're on randomly forcing mono black for no reason whatsoever. All right, so mono black cards are nice. Woe Strider's the best card here. Gonti is really expensive, and I think kind of memey. I think this card is slow as fuck. Are we just on Dread Wanderer? I want all the annoying black recursion creatures for doing this. Hey, QBE. I tried Magic Legends. No, I watched a Lazy Peon review. I saw a bunch of people do it as sponsored content, and I'll play it as sponsored content and check it out. I do like action RPGs, and I watched a Lazy Peon review where he wasn't very big on that game. I don't think Woe Strider's going to wheel. This guy might wheel. I'm going to take the Dread Wanderer. Like, Woe Strider's fine. It just isn't great in this cube. It is a sack outlet. Maybe I should have thought about that. I kind of do want a sack outlet. Take the Citadel. We're just picking the black cards with the most black symbols on them. So, here we are. Gonti's low-key bonkers. Really? You really think it's 4 mana, 2/3 Death Touch? So that's a non-issue, that body doesn't do anything. Who is draw 1 out of 3 of maybe 4 out of the top of your opponent's library. I mean, it doesn't strike me as bonkers, man. Every time I see good green, these are both premium green cards in this. I think green is the best color in this cube, and I think these are these are some of the most premium green cards out there. I think Goose is insanely good in this format. I seriously consider just forcing green. As I said, I was really hoping to pick a pack one, pick one, Great Henge. Guardian Idol Wield. Of course it did, you bastards. It's not a card I want in this deck ever. Is that a problem? Like, it never gets play here. Do any of these other cards get play? Probably not. Opponents! Okay, we wield the Foulmire Knight. I love how no one takes Sarkon either. So what? They're not playing green. They're not playing red, and I've taken all the black cards. So they're just on the Lyra hype train. Gaunty trades. Yeah, that makes him great, doesn't it? By that logic, Foulmire Knight, also best card in the cube. He trades. And he gets a much better card than average. Yeah, he looks at 4. I still don't think that's a very exciting card. I don't think a 4 mana draw a slightly better than average card from your opponent's deck is all that exciting as a Magic card, especially in cube draft, right? Like that might be great in like a slow kind of. It might be great in a lower powered format, but in this format, that doesn't seem good enough to me. All right, what do we have? We got an Epiphany in blue, Showdown in white red, an Unburial Rites in black, and a Turgid. Okay, take a Turgid. Hope to wield the Unburial Rites. Thragtusk in the best color. Kaya and Witch in the same pack. Damn, that's a punish. I would love a Kaya in this deck. We have 2 pieces of really cheap white fixing here. But Witch is kind of... I feel like Witch is one of the best payoff cards in black. Do we have any life gain yet? We don't. We can get there. There's plenty of life gain eventually, right? Maybe I'll wheel Kaya. You know, any payoffs for being mono black, but I've only picked black cards, so we're playing mono black. This is a chill stream. We're not trying too hard. We're just grabbing the ones with the black symbols on them. Okay. I really love Witch. Witch is just so strong. I'd love to see some other black payoff cards. Triple black 2/3 would be nice. Our top end seems really heavy already. Do we really want another 6-drop? I don't like this card. The problem is I gotta wheel this pack. There's nothing in it the first time around. So what's the second time gonna be? I guess this gives me green mana. Or back for more if I want to play this card, which I probably don't. Alright, Aetherborn is quite good. A meme helm deck. Alright. They've forgotten to put any black cards in this pack, which annoys me. They certainly haven't passed any black cards. I don't want to play Icy. Icy's an incredible card, but it's weak in this format. This probably should have been Bone Splitter Axe. We have some cheap recursive creatures. I bet you Bone Splitter Axe was probably a better pick. It's weird to see that as a high power level card in this format, but I guess I can leave Icy in here for now, but yeah. I have played a lot of opponents who are playing mono black Field of the Dead. Some of them have 7 different land types in their decks, but I don't think most of them do. I think sometimes they're just like, Field of the Dead is so good, I want my tap colorless source. Alright, more bomb white cards. Acquisitions Expert is decent. I don't actually have... For playing mono black right now, I seem to be pretty light on removal. There's life gain synergies at instant speed off of intervention too. I think I'm taking that over Expert and hoping to wheel Acquisitions Expert. Midnight Reaper's a nice pickup. Surprise fucking bomb here. Also a 3-drop. Does anyone ever want Chevelle? Cheville, whatever his name is. I could tutor swamps in my mono black deck, making it literally worse than a swamp. Or I could speculate on this powerful beast of a legendary rogue. Are we really not going to wheel any of the black cards? Opponents, there was no black in the packs that I passed you. What have you found? That to confirm your great fucking decision of taking the one black card you've seen and staying with it. I certainly have passed no good black cards. At all. Maybe it's still bot drafting. It's just bot drafting where they've added a couple extra names. If I click on this button, see, there's no players here. They just randomly generated 7 internet names. And they put them in a circle. And just like, sometimes this pack disappears and a pack appears over here. Because there's certainly no players making decisions here, right? All right. A Realm Eater, a Bastion, and a Yair. Funny part is I actually want this card, but I don't think I can risk passing this since people are, I mean, this is the best card in the pack by a million miles, but I'm taking a Ayara. I think QBI would love to Bastion wheel Ayara, but I don't understand why people are taking my black cards. People are playing black in this fucking, on this table. So what I'm going to actually do is take Ayara, hope to wheel Castle. But maybe I'll get Bastion if I'm lucky. I don't think I can pass this card. It's too important for what I'm trying to do. Its card advantage is like a mono black payoff card. Its life gain synergies with Witch. I would love to wield that card, but I don't know if I can. Disfigure is dirt cheap black removal. Call of the Death Dweller is okay. Maybe not with this deck. It's 3 or less. So I can rebirth Ayaya. It's a little bit interesting. Take Disfigure. If I wheel a Vraska, maybe we can play it. I don't really want a bunch of splash cards in my mono black decks. Epic Downfall, Fatal Push. These black cards are so bad. Dude, what's worse? A 2-mana sorcery exile 3+, or 1-mana flexible 1/4 CMC? Oh, they're both pretty bad. All right, I'll play a Masker Worm in this deck, but I think this is. I think this has got to be Knight, right? Knight's just a really solid, flexible black beater. I like how the best, like the 4 best cards I've been offered have been like 2 in each pack. Yeah, I'll play the Worm. I think Worm's okay. I don't love Worm. Sometimes Worm just kills them, and sometimes Worm sweeps their boards, and sometimes Worm is a 6-mana card that does fucking nothing. It's a 6-mana 6/5 for 3 swamp, and you're like, oh. I think I prefer Knight of the Ebon Legion to Worm. I think on average it's more impactful. That's a card I'd like to see in this deck. Priest or Zealot? I mean, Priest is a much higher power level card. If they don't have spot removal for Priests, we can make their day a living hell. The problem is 99.9% of the time they have spot removal for Priest. So that's perfect, Santiago, then. This would be a nice... There's not even the distraction of Filthy's ghost on the stream. So we didn't wheel that Kaya. That's good. It means I can just play Swamps. I don't think this card is strong enough to care about, right? I'll take my Eldest Reborn. I think I undervalue that card that stacks your graveyard with a specific card. But again, like all the cards that are interesting are up against cards that are like mandatory. What was Witch up against? I was so disappointed by that card not wheeling. It was Witch and what on the same pack? Witch and Kaya, right? Okay. Oh, I can't name the deck pre-finishing? Ooh, that seems... Okay. Cheap black removal, cheap black removal. Obliterator. I gotta be able to take Obliterator over Mythos, right? Mythos is actually really good. Instant speed, hits everything. Doesn't exile, but it's otherwise quite good. I want to play this card. I've never played it, and it seems insane. And yesterday we whiffed on... okay, both these wheeled. Fuck. We don't have any sack outlets besides Priest. Life gain matters a little bit. Is this just a land, though? I like Bastion. If I were a better drafter in this cube, and I had my deck a little bit more clear in what I was playing, I could make that decision. But as it is, I'm actually guessing at what I'm playing. I'm going to hate draft the Dryad for no reason whatsoever. I'm never playing Stitcher Supplier. On a deck without a million more recursive cards. I don't have a way to get rid of Pact. I'm not playing Cauldron. Doubt I'm playing Icy. Take the red-black duel. You don't like Bastion? I like Bastion. I feel like one of the ways that black wins is it pings them down, and you run out of reach as the opponent's decks come online, and you need something to get you there. So I don't know, maybe questionable. I feel like we have quite a bit of other card draw in our deck too. We have Priest, Reaper. Where's the next one? There's a big one, Arena, and then some value combos off like Eldest Reborn or Witch or Bolas' Citadel. So my kind of thought was, I have the card draw portion of the deck there. I'm not sure I have the power level of the cards there. So maybe I get there with reach off of like the whatever else. So okay. Back for More and Primal Might are busted with Obliterator. Back for More. Back for More is an interesting, funny combo off of Obliterator. That's true. Also, Tergrid with Obliterator is a funny combo. Oh my god. Oh, now I want to do that. Okay, you've convinced me. I wasn't going to play green at all because I'm like, Back for More is just not strong enough for what we're doing, but maybe it is strong enough. Maybe Back for More plus Obliterator triggering one time is good enough. All right, what do we not want to play here? So far, I don't want to cut a single card. I don't have to, though. I'm at 42. I can cut like 2 cards and be done. Foul Knight's medium. Earlier already. I mean, chat, remember he trades. It could be Foul Knight. I'm not getting rid of my Disfigure. I'm gonna play Dread Wanderer, although it's a little bit questionable. This is my least favorite of the 3 recursive creatures. There's 4 recursive creatures. There's Shade, Gutterbones, Wanderer, and Skeleton. I guess it's my second least favorite. I guess I like this card more than I like Gutterbones, but not by a lot. You liking casual drafting? I'm not a casual gamer, so I doubt we're doing casual drafting very often. But thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying it today. Change of pace, right? Variety of the spice of life and all that. I could cut Blood for Bones and Night. We have Back for More. We have Eldest Reborn. We have Witch of the Moors. All of that digs stuff out of our graveyard. Could cut Skeleton. We don't have so many sack synergies that Skeleton is all that exciting. It is a recurring creature, but it's not a recurring threat. It's just a 1/1. Literally the only card we have we can sack to it is with Priest. Gums up the board a little bit. Yeah, you said you don't like Bastion. I like Bastion just fine here. So what is Bastion doing for us? It's a little bit of reach. It's a second or third drain option. So between Blood Artist, Bastion, and Ayara, we do have some ability to pressure their life total without attacking, which is important to me. It has life gain synergies with Witch of the Moors. And I can play Witch of the Moors. I like the most scary part of Witch of the Moor is you can play Witch of the Moor after combat has occurred and the life linking has already gone through, and then you can be like, surprise, you lose your creature on your board, I recur a graveyard, and we have a 4/4 death touch creature on board. So I don't hate any of that. Like I think that's a good enough look at whatever for me. So we need 2 cards out. Is this a 17 land deck? Probably. Oh yeah, and I can sack the token too. Oh, she sacks, you're saying. That's a second sack. Oh, good call. I forgot she's a sack outlet. It makes total sense. This is the card one of the cards I was really looking to see in this draft. So we could drop Falmir Knight. It's really slow, clunky draw. We have other sources of draw. Do we want to drop Blood for Bones? I can't fit the Primal Might in. We don't really have enough green sources to be playing this already. I really would have liked three duels for this. 3 green duels, but I don't. I'm going to play 2 green duels in a forest. And honestly, the power level of this deck goes up if I don't play this card. But I want to have one time in this draft we back for more of the Obliterator. I don't know if I want to go to, I mean, like, I guess I could play Knight and Blood for Bones and not play back for more, go to 16 lands. I mean, that would be the irresponsible adult thing to do. We would love, I mean, Blood for Bones is actually good in this deck too. Recurring Gear Hulk is really solid. Recurring Witch of the Moors is really solid. Recurring Ayara is really solid. Is Turgid wrong? No, Turgid's fine. Hey, Diggy. Cost 5, not 4. No, cost 4, not 5. Do we play the green or not? Is there any other card we want to fight with back for more? Witch is Death Touch, but we're never slamming Witch into something to suicide it to kill a card unless we're super insanely desperate. Aetherborn has Death Touch, but I don't really want this to be a 2-for-1. I don't want, or rather a 1-for-1. This is supposed to be a 2-for-1. I'm supposed to pull a creature back, kill one of their things, and resolve a creature. At the moment, it's kind of, with all of these guys, it's kill one of my own creatures, kill their creature, get no value. I think this is just not that, honestly. I was a little tempted, but I kind of like this. Wait, that's only 39. Where's my 40th? Falmire? All right, like that. Is Falmire better than a land, chat? Honestly, is Falmire better than a land? It trades. Not wrong, not wrong. How much can I go off with Citadel? Well, we're getting slim pickings on other black cards. It could be Icy over Falmire. Do we want to play? I mean, it ruins our mono black deck by putting this stupid colorless thing in there. I mean, it just aesthetically is a little less pleasing. All right. All right. Oh, no, wait. We didn't take the memes. All right. I mean, we're kind of taking the memes. We're playing both. Anyways, sure. Okay. Do you guys want to gamble? I should ask you, will Filthy care if he gets to 5 wins with this, but... Buck the trend. All right, I'm on it. I don't know how long we're streaming for today or what else we're doing. Just feeling like chill, hanging out. Prefer to, you know, if I'm already gaming, I might as well game on stream. All right. Thank you, Magic, for making my experience that much nicer. This is with the hand smoother? I see. Do people just hate fun? Like, what? Who wants to play this card in Cube? Like, fucking honestly, like, who wants to play Grim Initiate? Who's looking at the pick list and being like, fuck yeah, Grim Initiate wield? I'm in. My dream in life is to play no creature that's at all, play no card in Magic that's fun. I just want to get 1 mana 2/2s with no text on them and turn them sideways. Like, who thinks that? No. Yeah, it's pack 1, pick 1, obviously. Look at that.
You have returned.
Hey, Kerman, thanks for 46 months. Walk back. Don't kill my Aetherborn. Dude, you can't play Declaration in Stone. This card is fucking trash, right? I guess it's an exile for 2 mana exile anything. It's not the one that's like CMC, so I guess it's okay. What is this? I get a clue? Oh, I see. Is Priest on this board any good? I mean, it's really not. But maybe it will draw removal, and maybe, just maybe, he's going to regret that in about 1 second, isn't he? Shh, don't tell him, chat. I'm sure he doesn't have 25 other enchantment-based exiles. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. You're going to want a card like this in your derpy fucking low mana deck. Oh, Hazoret goes online next turn. Yeah, Flipper, Discord is the way to do that for sure, right? I play Obliterator. I attack you with Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Play sounds. I like the other ones. There was like a mute options. Hazoret. Is Hazoret the card you want to be playing here? You've got 3 cards in hand, and you're very likely playing the rest of your cards from exile so you don't lose the value. Oh, he's got a shock. Yeah. So I'm a mana off killing Hazoret. I actually would like to hit my mana next turn. I might go to cluing. Would have been nice. Question is, do I wish to trade 5 here? I don't think I'm racing. I mean, he could have removal for this, I guess, and that would be fucking super bad. But okay. I'm annoyed I can't block that. There's no point in removing the 2/2. It's a nice draw. He can activate Hazard anytime he wants. I think Obliterator just holds his board off till he draws a card that can deal with that. Dude, never didn't have it, huh, man? You got the first exile effect into the second exile effect. Activating Hazard. It feels pretty fucking bad right now. It's -6 for that. I need 1 more mana before we can kill that. Did we just do it while he's tapped out? Probably. No. I'm pretty annoyed about that banishing light on my fucking Obliterator. Dude, guy doesn't stop. Alright, got it. You got all the answers right now. All of them. He's not even done having answers. So I either take 13 or I chump a first striker. That's his second spell for this turn as well. A little tired of Magic already. That's funny. Okay. I mean, he can never double spell again. And he's got plenty of mana to move them all around. But if I don't do this, I'm dead on board, right? No, I'm at 1. Kind of need this fucking card to recur something. I don't think we survive here. Either way we do this. Okay. Hello, Nick Christie. Top deck shock, knowing opponent here. There's no way to win this game. Like, I'm not joking. There just isn't. Dead on board, 1 turn too late on Eldritch Reborn. He had a perfect answer for every card we played this game. Every single one. Dirt cheap removal for every creature we played. 2 mana exiles, 3 mana banishes. It's just pretty stupid. Okay. Standard Magic experience. Check. I mean, Citadel on every swamp was a dead draw. Actually, a lot of cards were dead draws there, right? We're too low of health to do anything. All right. Going second. Not a lot of lands. Early plays. We'll see. I'm a little salty with all the answers. It's not a good first game of Magic for the day, was it? Kind of like, am I sure I want to play this on my off time? At least it's a castable card, I guess. 4 or 5, 6, 4. 4. Ugh. straight up Banishing Light matchmaking here. Didn't banish the recurring creatures. Too bad. I would have liked to have my 1/2 did something, as opposed to my 1/1 it does nothing.
Unfortunately for you, they're quite hungry.
5 drop.
Oh, well, now I've got a grudge.
Okay. Nice read on opponent. I mean, is there actual value in protecting that 3/3 that I'm not aware of? I think he shouldn't get his loyalty counter.
Stop this.
Land! Alright, we've got 1 card in graveyard. So that's fairly unexciting. The card is a spell, so we can't cast Blood for Bones. We can cast this as a lantern. But I'm pretty sure lantern doesn't do anything. I guess I could plus Liliana and try to bait some attacks into it. Oh, it's each player discards a card. Do I even want to discard card? I guess I could get Gearhulk into the graveyard and start rebirthing.
Run now, and I might spare your life. I'm looking for new minions. Care to volunteer?
Oh, it doesn't even kill it. Easy panic. Easy panic -1.
You grow weak.
So I almost DC'd there. Like I had like 20 seconds of just like nothing happening on my network. Don't know why. 2 minus Liliana there, which is pretty bad.
I like to think big.
So, alright. I was thinking Liliana would kill it, but with Liliana not killing it, absolutely the best play was just to plus and get Gearhulk in the graveyard, I guess. Although... And then what? Not blocked, sacrifice skeleton?
I'm
Yeah.
a survivor.
Actually, I could have done that next turn. Why didn't I do that next turn? Okay. 0-3, please. This is 2. The last game was unwinnable. This game has been a little bit unfortunate too. Last game opponent just had perfect curve. This game we're getting mana screwed. There was definitely a misplay with Liliana there. I'm not sure it matters from this board though. Do we beat this if I don't mana screw? That's a weird attack. I guess he's got +1/+1 here. I can't not block it. It's 11 damage, so I don't really have a choice here. This isn't even a very particularly strong effect either, since it doesn't matter if it's a green instant or not. I can't play around it. It's lethal. So we missed it anyways. With that particular play, we needed to hit land to play to Gearhulk to gain life to get another sack off on that. I mean, certainly Liliana punt, but it's entirely irrelevant with the way the land draws are there. So we've got one loss from a land screw and one loss from opponent's perfect curve going first as Boros with every answer for every card we played. Let's see what game 3 has in store for us. Got a 1-drop, another 1-drop, removal on 2, and a 4-toll with a Scribe, but only 2 lands. Some percentage of these games are super unexciting for us. Dude, do I just foretold poison on turn 2 so I can fucking unland screw? Not super excited about removing Gutter Bones. But he also can't get it back till he does damage to me again, so... Alright, this is the kind of the opposite of the thing. Oh man, that's a little bit... I mean, I guess if he's got a 1-drop, he can sack and kill Knight. Otherwise, Knight's gonna grow. Seems okay.
My assistants are painfully sloppy.
I can remove the token and kill the planeswalker. Can I just kill the planeswalker? No. Can't. He pings the wanderer. He can throw the tokens too. So if I play Reaper, I trade the Knight. So there's no good answer here. Question is, do I let him get the Knight cheaply here? I guess. Get my card out of it at least, I guess. Okay.
Watch the lapels, please.
Yep, now he gets to throw a creature from Weaponize. It's actually a really good draw for him. Or a really good curve from him. 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop. 3-drop generates tokens for free that he can throw off fucking Weaponize. It's really nasty.
The more, the messier.
So the punish for playing Feed is the Weaponize. Although, who the fuck plays Weaponize in this cube? It's so slow. Really? Plays the card that draws me cards. He's happy to drain me. There's no life gain in my graveyard. This is just Witch with nothing else. Okay. He's doing this off 1 red mana too. Okay, sure. There's a 2nd red mana. That's what I like to see. Sack outlet. Omat career. It's 5 to rebirth. Exile 4 others. Red black should have a hard time with maybe not. Maybe not a hard time with Obliterator. Can't gain life from here, right? I mean, can he block? I guess he could gang block Witch. I don't have any life gain in hand right now. But I do have a chunk of it in my deck. Can rebirth it later too. I like it as a blocker as well, though. It blanks the Woe Strider. Kind of. I mean, you can weaponize plus that. Weird. Okay. I don't think... Oh, man. Such a good card. Is it a card I want to play versus a guy with weaponize who's done everything he can to ping face? I'm not sure it is. Alright, we'll run out Frixin, Obliterator, and start wailing if we can. Okay. I mean, it's so crazy. Like he played the Woe Strider, didn't... I mean, I guess he can always put creatures in his graveyard. It's interesting. So a land lets me Gear Hulk next turn with Witch, although he can remove Witch. Potentially. That is a bold series of plays. You want to do small amounts of damage to Obliterator? Are you sure? Maybe you just don't attack or block? I like it. I am A-okay with trading a creature, a spell, and 5 permanents. Hey, Noob from K, how's the draft going? Well, not so well. I am excited by opponent's decisions there. I mean, it might have been a difficult card for him to deal with, but that was the most difficult way he could find to deal with that card, for sure. Yeah, he got the PayPal all the time. That's not wrong, Fate Actor. Oh, man. What was he thinking? He was thinking this 5/5 is a problem. I should remove it. I think. We have like four 1-drops and 6 2-drops or something. I don't know when we're gonna find them, presumably later in our playthrough. I saw that come down and I thought Gandalf. I've seen these come down. Thank God that's out of the fucking way. This is the 3rd Banishing Light we've had played against us in 3 games. It's kind of wild, huh? No creatures in our graveyard, which is a little less good. Still okay, though. No guaranteed life gain there. Pretty sure I've added you in Croaky's dream dehydrogenase, so it's a strange thought that you're like you're like Croaky's the streamer detected. Yeah, no shit, friend. There's some sick combos with Witch and Tergrid if I had other life gain on the board, but I don't. White, white, white. 3 white sources. Blue, blue, blue. 3 blue sources. 2 green sources. It's ugly. Green seems to be their splash color too, so I'm not sure that tapping green does shit for me. But I wasn't sure what this this card was. Now we know what that card was. Fuck off right now. With the take an extra turn, untap, cast 4 cards off the top of your deck play. Like, give me a fucking break. Into an Anthem. Dude, the clock on 2 in the air when we were at 20 was pretty nice. The clock with 4 in the air when we're at 20 is a lot less nice.
This battle is going to end on my terms.
There's no way our opponent doesn't have that their opponent has anything except the land in his hand, right? If he had a creature, there would have been in play. I think that's true of almost every permanent there. So we can plus Liliana later, but I think we're just likely to hit land at the moment. I can steal his lands, but that's not the most exciting of things. Oh, it would have stolen animation module. That sucks. Almost plus that.
We're doing things my way.
Are games I can play in my free time? Sure. Although I was about to say I'm enjoying Magic, but I'm not sure that would be true. Dude, can you not just top deck the answer to everything? Please?
I really don't care about.
Why does he have animation? I guess animation module is not the one that clones, huh? Yeah, maybe it has to be Vizier. I'm kind of at 8 and I need Liliana. I'm kind of considering removing the responder. Yep. It's interesting. Top deck, we're at 8, which is a bit terrifying. We're 1 mana shy of being able to. How does this work with Bolos, chat? Can I cast it? X is 0. Okay. Why does it cost me 1 then? Easy go to 2, die to the aerial responder. Go up 3. Can I sack a creature somewhere? Do we just kill ourselves on Bolos for fun? I don't know any other way to gain life, right? Alright, fine.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Am I just dead anyways? I might just be dead anyways. Didn't look at the double tap. I can't imagine winning from here. There's a very slim, petite chance where we win from here, but it's pretty miserable. So we take 3, 5. No, we're dead. Dead. Opponent figured it out. He cracked the code. Apparently the code was just play 4 cards off top of your library every single fucking turn while having perfect removal for all my threats. Again. Maybe this should be a silent stream where I just don't engage with anything. Okay. Blood Artist trigger. How am I sacrificing my Blood Artist exactly? Alright, great deck. Super excited to have played that. Glad I logged in. Combine that with a little bit of internet outages, and we're good. All the cool things in our deck. Never got to do any of them. I mean, all the things I was talking about during yesterday's sponsored stream of Runeterra are true, right? Like, you do... The most annoying RNG in that game is almost always just curving out, right? Like, poison RNG was a little bit annoying, I guess. But it's so different than just not having a game at all. Fuck is the first pick here? There's no super overpowered cards here. Avoya is fine. Mindstone, I guess. I don't think I want to pack one, pick one. This dude. Tap is sack 10 non-learned permanents and deal 10 damage to an opponent or something like that. I did look. Turgor did not check my... does not let me sack my own permanents to get them back. I mean, what card do you think they took over Cleave? These cards don't really belong in the same deck, but okay. Yeah, we got our Obliterator to do something. That won us the game. It was the only game we won with that deck. And it was because of Obliterator. The rest of it was pretty sad news. I mean, we're not in red just because we have this. What's the most interesting card in the pack? This is a shit pack. The Arena? The History? History can be played in an Embercleave deck. The mana gets Sketch, but it can be played. I want to see mono black payoffs before. I mean, maybe this is a mono black payoff. We certainly needed gas in that deck. Like, we sat there for like 20 turns with no fucking gas in that deck. Last game, losing to a single 4-drop. Just lets him triple spell every turn. Lotus? I don't think so. Has no synergy with History. It's really dirtily. Or not History, I mean Embercleave. It's expensive ramp. 4 mana ramp for 3. Doesn't it come into play tap? I don't even remember. Might not come into play tap. 5 mana, excuse me. 5 mana for 3, yep. It's so expensive. Well, this prick shouldn't be allowed at the table. All right. Magma Jet, Hellhound. That's red. Super bad. Ashiok. Red-green duel. Egon. Banalish Marshall. You guys want to go mono white? All right. We'll go mono white, Mindstone, Embercleave. We'll just get some red dual lands for Embercleave. We'll go mono white, splashing Embercleave for the face rolling. We'll, of course, queue into opponents with the absolute perfect removal of sweeper options for that. But we will, of course, also lose to that at the same time. I mean, that pack was really uninteresting. There's almost nothing good in it. Charming Prince is not really an aggro card, although it is a white 2-drop. I think I can play this in a low down white deck still though. I think as a curve topper, Sky Sovereign's fine. It doesn't care about the mana you use to cast it. It's an evasive creature, so it often gets that last bit of damage because they can't block it, and it kills a blocker as it comes into play. So it's not even super low tempo. So it doesn't seem like it on the surface. It doesn't look like a white aggro card, but I think it's okay for the white aggro card. I wonder who has all the packs on the table. So there's literally 5 people here waiting with a black screen in front of them as that guy takes his sweet ass fucking time. All right. Crew is memey as fuck. Monuments for a wide deck. We might possibly end up a wide deck. We do generate tokens here. I could hope to wheel Monument and grab Ardendale. Ardendale is very slow in this format. I mean, I don't really want to. I don't want Monument till I know where we're at yet. Like, we could be that, but we might not be too. Fuck, ugly cards for us. We don't want Idol in a deck like this. Mangara is strong, but not really an aggro card. I mean, this deck doesn't look very aggro-y outside of the Embercleave, does it? I mean, history is pretty aggro. Marshall is fine aggro, fine wide. Every white weenie deck I ever play against has this card on the turn that I look to stabilize the board. So maybe it's a blowout. Cleave on the boat. Yep. Boat's cleaving things. Blow the fuck up. Doing it deals damage too. Nah. It's attacks. It's too bad. Otherwise you could like double. I guess it's better on attack than on damage because then you remove the blocker before. Shepherd seems fine. There's a black-red duel. Shepherd's pretty versatile though. 3/1 beater if you have nothing else, but protection on your other things. Duct tape the sword onto the boat. Yeah. That's right, you can put it right on the prow. Better yet, have an angel as the figurehead on the prow of that boat wielding a sword. This is Lyra's like time to shine. As boat body, I guess. Bomat Courier. This just requires we have red mana in our deck, right? It's a red-black tap duel. We don't want a fucking tap duel in this deck. Okay. Yep. Well, I used figurehead already, man. So I'm aware. Yeah. Swift Response or Crush the Weak. Probably neither get played. We'll see. Swift Response can be versatile. If we're not so aggro that the opponent's going to be cracking us back, then Swift Response is okay. Or if we're trying to counter aggro. Like race, I mean. I don't see a world in which I'm playing blue in this deck. This deck really doesn't seem to want blue in it. But I also can't imagine playing this card. So... wield the Monument. Haven't had red-black or red-white duels. Alright, what are the white and red cards in this pack? Loxodon, Clarion Spirit, Chandra, Claim, Inspector, Knight. Yoink. Loxodon has underperformed for me in this format. Everyone loves Inspector except for me, and I'm happy with Spirit. See what we wheel. I'm so sad right now. Literally. I think this is pack 1 pick. I think this is the best first card to get given in this format. Sigrid's playable. It's okay. It's pretty aggro. Bone Crusher's excellent, but we're not very red yet. We could be more red. And just like not be so focused on playing things like Banalish Marshall. Sigurd is definitely a lower power level than Giant, and it often wheels. Does red take Henge? We're not a Henge deck. Henge doesn't want wide token effects. Henge wants large single beaters that accelerate out henge, and then a shit ton of creatures in your deck to draw. All right, we just got very mid-rangey all of a sudden. A Chandra, Showdown. There's a Clarion Spirit, or Usher of the Fallen rather, that often wheels. Circer is pretty premium and for playing red-white as opposed to pure white. Early threat, because you can't block it because of first strike, and elite dragon generator for reach. There is a world in which we can play tracks. Wide tokens for 2 or Tajik. I actually like Tajik, but I think Elspeth is stronger in a deck like this. We're very mid-rangey. Loxodon's okay. It's very slow. Chandra is quite bad. It is reach, but we're not so aggro anymore that I care. Well, it's actually really annoying to deal with too. If it's super, I actually think there's an issue with their How do I have a Yorion? Oh, because I missed a pick. I missed a fucking pick because the game lag, or because my internet dropped and I lost connection. So now I have a Yorion. What was in the Yorion pack? I feel like there was something I wanted in that pack that we just didn't get. What's the companion criteria? 20 more than minimum. Okay. So the fiber that comes to my place is on the telephone poles. So my suspicion is when it gets, and I've had a couple problems with it. Not a lot, but some. My suspicion is when it gets really windy. I mean, actually, Yorion's fucking pretty good with this deck, honestly, right? We have target, 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 target. Target if we want. Maybe not so good. Maybe just okay. Target. All right. A lot of good cards in this pack for us. I feel like this card's okay for us. We are probably going wide. That wheels a lot though. Phoenix is okay as reach. Ranger can be okay. This card's amazing. I mean, this is obviously Magda for me. I think that maybe I overvalue this card. I think this is probably the best red 2-drop in the format. Acceleration into stuff. God's Willing is a nice little trick for 1. Bone Splitter is really solid when we're going wide with tokens. It's a red-white duel, but it's not red-white, it's red-green. Never mind. This is God's Willing or Bone Splitter for me. Dahlia is pretty good too if I'm aggro, but I actually have a lot of non-creature spells at 3 and 4 and 2 actually. I like this card when I find this card really annoying when I'm responding to an aggro deck, but we're kind of like a mid-range red-white deck. I think I might just take the God's Willing. Raid is really nice. Rune Blaster is really nice too. I don't want to see a Glorious Protector. I'll maybe play a Glass Casket. I think I Abrade over Rune Blaster. Again, we're very mid-rangey with this deck. There's a Shock or a Sky Maul. Actually happy to see a Sky Mall. Evasion, flying in this format is good. Loris on double white. We don't have any fucking duels yet, right? Like we're getting, like our mana base is not going to be good. We're not going to be able to run Marshall. Are we going to be able to run Loris? We're going to want double white later. I mean, there's a lot of targets for double white here, recursion wise, but are they impactful recursion? Or is this just the evasive flyer? I think this is the evasive flyer and we try to wield this. It's a late Golos. It's an Alseed. I would have loved the duel here. I don't know if I play Alseed. I have better top end than Dracosoth. Tap land sucks, but it is fixing. I might wheel Devil's Play. I'm not very excited about Devil's Play in this deck either. We have plenty of value. Even more value. Ranger wheeled, Predator wheeled because everyone's an asshole. No lands. Too many playables, not enough lands. No real theme for the deck. Bone Splitter wheeled. Rune Blaster wheeled. It's better than Angel. Helm. Pile of good red and white cards for sure. We wanted to be low down aggro, but the low down aggro cards did not flow. And a lot of super high value red white cards came through. No land fixing. Oh, that's ugly. Alright, we gotta figure out what the hell we're doing. There's a couple decks in here. A couple of DCs in here too, probably. Alright, cuts are done. Let's play. So, what do we want to build for this deck? Again, I feel like I have to build this from the bottom because there's too much shit that's good. It's really hard to like cut in this format like that. So, reasonable 2-drop aggro that is flexible or ramps us seems really solid. Cheap removal is always solid. Giant goes in any deck that plays these cards, also plays Giant in this format, and also plays Chandra, and also plays Kindling Phoenix. Pretty sure if we're playing white, and I don't think we have enough red cards for mono red. We absolutely don't. Any deck that has this in it and plays white is also playing Showdown. This is not a Swift. This is not a Marshall deck, unfortunately. I don't think it's a Monument deck either. I don't think we're trying to go wide and pump. I don't think we're trying to go super low to the ground. I think we're just playing Boros, like big Boros, big Boros or Boros value. In that case, we'll play Rune Blaster, we'll play Embercleave, play Maul, we'll play Mentor. We want 18 lands. We want at least 17 lands in this deck. I'm looking at this and wondering about 18. We have so many mana sinks. Alright, so now we work on curve a little bit. We'll play Swift Response. Do I want the 1-drops? We probably play God's Willing with this. Cheap tricks are good for us. We have a lot of card advantage. Say we have a lot of card advantage. We do fairly have a lot of card advantage, honestly. Between Mentor, Bone Crusher, Showdown, as long as we can cast our spells, we're probably doing all right. All right, what is this? 31 with 17 lands, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay. So we are looking for 9 cards in with this core. This card is less exciting when we're no longer planning on any sort of wide stuff. It is quite versatile. We have no other graveyard, no other escape stuff, so can make for some nasty attackers. Mangara's good card advantage, but quite slow. It's nice anti-aggro, and it's nice anti-Gandalf for preventing them from double spelling without giving us card advantage. I think I'd play a Mind Stone in this deck. I'm always playing Sovereign here. I don't think this is a Helm deck, although it's a little cheeky. If no creature that fits with that. I mean, it's certainly a mid-range, like, I don't even know, mid-range. It's certainly a value card, but I think we have value cards. You like Sweltering Suns here? I don't know that a 3 damage sweeper helps us very much. We have early drops and mid drops and creatures that generate value. I don't think we can fit sweepers in here. Shepherd and Showdown. Is it any permanent? It is. I think Shepherd makes it in here anyways, honestly. Like, forget just Showdown. Showdown's good here, but it can save our Planeswalkers. It can bounce our creatures from removal. It's fairly good here. I think Clarion Spirit's too strong to ignore. I'm looking at that Mind Stone and wondering. I'd probably play Bone Splitter here. Doesn't really feel like a Bomat deck to me. Alseid's pretty annoying all around. Give me good enough to play, although maybe not. You want to play Yorion? I think we have one ETB that I care about. Like, yeah, we can retarget Maul or something, but really the only ETB we care about is Showdown. So we're not going to be getting a whole lot of value out of Yorion. I think Yorion, I mean, it's an evasive flyer, but I don't think I'm playing a 4/5 white flyer for 2 white, 3 others with no text on it in this deck. I don't think. So I'm looking at Cleric as another 2-drop. This one an evasive 2-drop that has some graveyard hate if we have to. Loxodon would be okay here. I feel like Mind Stone is going to be very hard for us to play. We can use the mana once we get it going, but man, we have a lot of things we want to do on 2. Yorion can trigger Mentor. Mentor of the Meek, I see. It's true. Can bounce things around it. Yep. So what are the cards we're considering? Considering Mangara. Considering Elspeth. Considering Loxodon. Considering Alspeed. Considering Mind Stone. This is only discount on white creatures, which is kind of annoying. I don't think the 1/1 tokens are good enough for taking a turn 3 off like that. I don't have sack effects. I'm not looking to chump necessarily. Usher is sometimes good enough to play, although it's not an exciting card. We have a lot of things to do on 2, so oftentimes it's a 1/2, or a 2/1 rather for 1, which is okay. I'm only playing Ranger if I play all of my 1-drops. I don't even feel like I have enough 1-drops to play Ranger. I'm trying to avoid having to deal with the double white on 3 from history. I think I don't want any other cards from my from the rest of my stuff in right now. We didn't get enough fixing to play Marshall, unfortunately. I don't think Blade's as good as Bone Splitter X, even though it comes with the body. So we want to cut 2 of these cards coming in. I'm looking at Usher and Mindstone out. Play the rest. The problem here is what beats us is our deck is strong cards, but this is cube. Everyone's deck is strong cards. We don't have acceleration at all. So oftentimes we get behind as other players accelerate out their game plans. And our creatures are fine, but they're not like super powerful creatures, right? They're just little red white weenies. They have lots of nice things attached to them, but they're not big butts or big boys or anything like that, right? So there's a lot of times where we just don't draw enough lands and die. Or rather our opponent accelerates out and then we die. I don't see anything that protects us from that in our drafted cards though. I mean, our curve ends at 4, but is there a world in which this is an 18 land deck? I really don't want Loxodon in this deck. Don't like Loxodon. What can we play instead of Loxodon? Usher? History? Helm? Bowman is super aggro, which we aren't. I don't want to do things like clear the way to let Bowman attack. We have a lot of 4 and 5 drops in our deck, so we're going to have cards that collect in our hand. So Bowmat's less good. You want to be able to dump your hand with Bowmat, then like cash it in for like 3 while you're still attacking. It's just really not here. Mindstone, and the problem is, when the hell do I cast it? I mean, I have 8 2-drops and like 4 things that cost 1 mana of a color that I'd like to hold up. Alseed, God's Willing, Shepherd, etc., right? Maybe we just play Loxodon as our weakest card. All right, what's our mana base? This is currently 8/8. So this is 9/9 with 2 castles. Do we run Castle Embereth here? Is it cheap enough that we don't care? It is a tap land if it's my first red source. Sometimes it wins us games with flyers, but not very often. This card's pretty bad. I don't know if it's worse than a mountain, though. It's very similar to a mountain in value. All right. All right. Carry us, Cleave. What do you mean it must be 40? What is this, 39? Shit, did I really not get a 40th card in? 14, 15. I have 17 lands here. I don't want another card in. Dak. Oh, I accidentally cut Showdown. How did that leave? What the fuck? Okay. Okay. Remember how I have like 9 2-drops so I didn't play Stone? And we played Loxodon instead of Stone? Which one do we want, chat? We want the red green or the white blue? I think it's the white blue. Although maybe not, since he did play this guy as a whatever. There was another play here. I could have played Elspeth and then try to draw some. Wouldn't be draw this turn. I could have played Elspeth, put out tokens, and there's no still. No, I guess there was another play. I was thinking I could Elspeth token and locks it on, but I definitely couldn't have. I like opponents' turns. They don't really do a lot, which is nice. So we could draw cards off Elspeth. We could draw one. Or we could just attack with both our creatures and still play out Elspeth. And he still can't attack us, and I can develop my tap land. I'm okay with that.
The quest is not over until peace has blessed all. Find your valor and fight.
Opponent's pretty far away from a sweeper. Doesn't have double red for the red one. Doesn't have double black for the black one. Doesn't have double white for the white ones. Shit, yeah. Do it. Knock yourself out, buddy. Am I just playing this as a 4/4? I could play Spirit and draw. Maybe we do that and see what we get. Can play Loxodon here. Can do it with only taking 2 damage off. Do I want a 4/4 on this board? Sure. The other play was Bone Splitter and develop, get in for 6. I mean, he could just plains and then sweep us, I guess, but he could have also swamped last turn and swept us. So who knows? Pump the Rune Blaster over the Mentor. The Mentor is something I value higher in keeping alive, but is less likely to be attacking into a board, right? So Rune Blaster having the token means I can throw it at him. Alright, so how much evasive damage do we have? So if I maul and Bone Splitter the Loxodon and attack with all, he blocks the biggest ground-based creature, which is 3. And he takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14. I'll do that. Can we red castle? We might have been a red castle and Skyclave maybe, but we always want a Skyclave there. I think there's probably multiple routes to kill him. The fact that he's tapped out and we have a route to kill him means our play is as good as any other play. So could we red castle? Maybe. Opponent had all the dual lands, but all of his dual lands were tap lands, which feels pretty bad. I would like to turn my Magna sideways. No, do not remove it. Don't look at it. Don't touch it. Don't read it. Just fucking play your tap scry land and pass your turn. Not mountain. No. Dude, you played island first. Don't get to have 2 mana removal for my Magda. Fucking asshole. So salty about that. Now instead of accelerating out Phoenix or Chandra, I get to take a turn off. The number of 2-drops in this deck, how am I ever... Why am I taking off every turn 2? Or every turn 3 anyways. I mean, he can have any counter here. What do I prefer to have resolved here? I guess I prefer the Chandra, but I only have 1 threat if this gets countered. So I think I prefer to have this resolved, and I also prefer to have it countered. Guy runs negate. As I said, there could be any counter in the format. It's as likely to... I mean, it feels unlikely that he's running negate compared to the other ones, but it does feel like could have been anyone there. And he could have, for example, another counter here too. We're going to flood a little bit. We're now up to 6 lands. We kept a 3-lander. Maybe I should have kept that in hand. I'm not sure. Presumably we can use our mana one day. Okay. Such a bad draw. Easy 4 mana, 1 damage on an empty board for both players on turn 6. Nice. Oh no! I thought it was a fucking 5/3. I'm not even sure the Abrade was worth it, by the way, chat. Not for the fact that it was a 5/4, which is bad enough. But part of me is like, Abrade can remove a blocker, where Swift Response can only ever remove attacker. So forgot to pump my guy because I'm so tilted off that last play. I'll play land. BM Abrade. It's something. It's definitely something. I think this is a dominance castle play. Oh, come on. Could have killed it in response if I had my fucking Abrade. Just trying to figure out if we can beat that. I mean, if we remove it, it comes back to us. So Sky Sovereign's alive, draw. I guess the Exile one isn't because it will not be good enough. It's too bad. I'm really bummed out we hit that 5/4 with the fucking 3 mana removal spell. I definitely thought it was a fucking 5/3. I'm like, Braid will kill it, no problem. Doesn't he get the token? But he can't, it does, but it goes back to my graveyard, so it doesn't matter if he gets the token. Because he doesn't have a Phoenix to rebirth.
What must be done?
How many lands are we at right now? 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, 8 lands, 7 playables. Feels good.
Respond to genius.
Okay. I think he does get. I'm like 99% certain he gets the token, but I'm also 99% certain that I'm 100% certain that he can't dig up a Phoenix from my graveyard. So, and I feel like this is counter magic being held open. Well, the sad part is, chat, that the misremembering the Sharks' life total, the Sharks' toughness, just has cost us the game, right? Like, we actually win this game otherwise. Because we have answers to the Phoenix being stolen. So, it's a punt. It's a punt for the worst reason, right? It's a punt because you don't remember the fucking power and toughness value of a card. Which kind of sucks. So it's not like, you know, there's a decision whether or not to abrade. I mean, there's obviously no decision to abrade. But imagine abrade did 4 damage. There's a decision whether or not to hold their situational versus the immediate mana value one. But like, that's it, right? That's the only decision we had there. Anyway. I really don't want a 5th land in this hand. Couple plays here. The fact that I don't have a turn 3 play makes this harder. He can't counter. He can protection. I think it's good enough value here to just Bone Crusher on my turn. I could also just take 2 and see what shows up. Just trying to think what else black. I mean, there's a lot of other more valuable black-white creatures, right? So I might end step it instead. I don't want it to get protected. Yeah, like that's a card. And now I have my 3-drop play. Giants on 3. That's why I'm talking about making Giant the only play we play on 2, because we have 3 2-drops we could have chosen from. And this one challenges the board just as well, right, as a first striker. It's terrifying. That was the card we wanted to wheel. It's Felidari's Retreat pretty early in this set, or early in this. I don't remember what we took over it though. I think that would have been better for him next turn, right? Holy shit. Does this turn keep going on from you, opponent? You're going to create a 2/2 and you're going to... Yeah, okay. That's a little bit unfortunate. We did have 1 more mana. Going to create a 2/2. Make all your 2/2s into 3/3s and Vigilant Attacker while also playing a Planeswalker. Feels very, very, very dishonest. Five means he can double block. White tokens means I have chump blockers. I always kill Kaya. Oh, Willing to trade giant for a 3/3. It is 6. I guess it's not. I guess it's for 2. Fine.
Death itself cannot halt my quest for truth. The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
Kind of questionable. No artifacts, but it's very likely he has a 3-drop or a creature with 3 toughness or less next turn.
Well, this wasn't what I signed up for.
Wow. Okay. You can concede opponent after that. It's fine.
Heroes, rally to me.
What's the exile? 4 others? Okay. Not wrong on cleric value. But we aren't close to killing him yet, so. And he's got fucking stupid ass Felidars retreat up there. Which is brutal. Another 2/2. Okay. It's a good one.
I will do my best to support you.
Okay. I hate Boros for exactly this reason with the flooding. Exactly this reason. We have such a high value deck if we can draw the fucking cards, but if we just only draw lands in each of these playthroughs, like, what the fuck are we gonna do about that? So you always can jump the wall. So this is just attack with the 4/3. And then I go wider, I think. Do I also recast the Planeswalker this turn? I can do it twice this turn. How much mana do we have? 4, 8. 6 to escape though, so the answer is no. Well, I don't have to have the token. I do want to re-resolve it. Okay. Thanks, Delando. I had fun with that stream. Oh, it's -2 for the fucking tokens. Shit. Thought it was -1 for both. I guess I wait a turn then. Generate the castle. Get one more token. Card's terrifying. It's a big boy. 6 mana. It's like a million. Goes up to 8 health, really? It's like a good new game plan. Could remove the token and go around. I don't think so.
I know. I am hot, aren't I?
Obviously, don't -3 his knight. Yep.
You're going down.
Actually fits my curve nicely here and fits the fact that I want to get Elspeth in the graveyard. Gains +6/+6, so it goes to 8, right?
Find your valor and fight.
Oh, I'm so excited he's traded off with that fucking knight. Oh, he's trying to bait me. He's trying to bait me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a different format, man. For sure. It's weird with all the power level cards being there. I've never drafted a cube before this cube. It's my first cube, and it's very different than regular draft. It's a good kill card for next turn. I say, I can probably get to 8, right? So if I minus Chandra, kill the token, rebirth Elspeth, can get to 8. 8 is not 10. 9 if I attack with the other token. So that's a next turn thing.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. I can escape my past no more than I can escape my shadow.
He can double pump again. I have a kill for next turn. Especially if I go wider. So I think I just go wide here. Shit, I just missed lethal. So what if I... Okay, maybe I haven't missed it still. Problem is if I have to remove the 1/1 before I do it. I think I might have missed lethal with Chandra. Because then I could have... If I had just done this instead, I could have minus still, then outspeeded to make invulnerable, then plus on 2. But not, I can't get both 1/1s. What if I post both 1/1s? No, it's 6 still. It's 6 all the ways. Okay. Thought I just missed lethal there. Alright.
Together we can exact justice.
Okay. Okay. Second white creature token. I can't remove the knight. He's at 8. He has 1 lifelink, so he's at 9. If I let him eat giant, I'm gonna make 3 3/3s. He blocks 2 of them. He takes 4. Chandra of ulting wins this game too, so I certainly don't want to minus here. I guess I can look first. I can only make, right, I can get +2 +1 +2 +1 and transfer the thing. So it's a 4, a 3, a 3, and a 3. It's not enough to kill him. Even with protection, because he's got 2 white blockers and I can't remove the knight. Yeah.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Nope. It's not good enough. Give protection to the giant, because both the white creatures can block this, and the black creature can block it too. And to focus the damage to, I mean, this is 6 now. To focus the damage to kill him, I have to have it stacked, right? Okay. I guess I'll throw out another lethal threat. And just wait. Okay.
If you are going to fight, fight beside me.
And if you just mean I have an attack with the giant, if I give it protection from black, I don't want to trade. I don't want to trade the giant for 2 tokens, and I don't want to. I don't want to miss my lethal next turn, right? Like, I'd rather just kill him. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing onboard lethal when I was counting through it. I mean, that was a pretty good top deck. He still loses. I mean, nothing matters from here. This is all token blocking. No pun intended. I wasn't sure we were gonna beat the land drop enchantment. Seems very strong. I can't imagine how strong that must have been in the set where it came out in, when you're just doing regular drafts where not every card is that power level. It must have been like a pack 1, pick 1, like break the game open kind of thing. That 4 mana enchantment that gives you either a 2/2 cat or a +1/+1 and vigilant, a +1/+1 counter and vigilant to all your creatures every fucking cast. The card is nuts. And I can only imagine how nuts it must have been in the first. So this hand is slow. Again, we don't have a 2-drop. We have 1,010 2-drops in our fucking deck, but I don't know where they are. We can play giant as a 2-drop if he has a creature. Looks like he's going to. He's going. No, dude. Okay, that was a. You can't. This is turn 1. That was 3 cards. Just chill. It wasn't even 2. It was 3. Just fucking chill the fuck out. Alright, you got 1 of every land ever given to a player in Magic. And now you have a card that lets you cast. Okay, great.